They called it the first Western civilization, a kingdom of gold, silver, and strange knowledge, hidden for over 2,500 years beneath the marshes of southern Spain. Some say it was nothing more than a forgotten Iron Age tribe. Others whisper that it was Atlantis. Today, we're going deep into the mystery of Tartessos, the lost city that may hold the truth behind one of history's greatest legends. But be warned, once you hear what archaeologists have found, you might never think of Atlantis or human history the same way again. The story begins not with a treasure map, but with a few strange words written by ancient Greek historians. Herodotus, the father of history, described a wealthy land beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar, a place where a king named Argentonio ruled for 80 years, a place of vast rivers, silver mountains, and unmatched metalwork. But no one knew exactly where it was. Centuries passed. The name Tartessos faded into legend until the late 19th century, when archaeologists digging near the Guadalquivir River in southern Spain uncovered artifacts unlike anything in local history: jewelry, ceramics, and weapons-bearing styles from both the Mediterranean and the Far East. This was the first whisper that Tartessos might have been real. Imagine the year 1000 before the Common Era. While most of Europe still lived in scattered tribal villages, Tartessos was thriving. Their location was strategic, right at the mouth of the Guadalquivir River, controlling the gateway between the Mediterranean and the Atlantic. Ships brought tin from Britain, amber from the Baltic, and ivory from Africa. But what truly made them legendary was their mastery of metallurgy. The soil of the nearby Sierra Morena Mountains was rich with copper, silver, and gold. Ancient accounts speak of silver so abundant it was used for ordinary household items, and gold so pure it gleamed even in torchlight. Their metalwork wasn't just practical, it was art. Intricate designs, inlaid patterns, and alloys unknown to neighboring cultures. Some historians say Tartessos metal was the finest in the ancient world. Now, here's where it gets strange. In Plato's famous dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, written around 360 BCE, he tells the story of Atlantis, a powerful, wealthy civilization beyond the Pillars of Hercules, destroyed in a single day and night by a great catastrophe. Sound familiar? The descriptions of Atlantis, its rich metals, advanced technology, and maritime power align suspiciously well with what we know of Tartessos. Even the timeline fits. Atlantis, Plato claimed, was destroyed around 9,000 years before his time, though many believe he was compressing myth and history. Some researchers now argue that Tartessos may have been the real-world inspiration for Atlantis. Not a utopian fantasy, but an actual Bronze Age superpower that vanished mysteriously. Around 500 before the Common Era, Tartessos simply disappears from the historical record. No written accounts, no clear archaeological layers marking a slow decline, just silence. Theories abound, or war. Some believe Carthage, the rising naval power of the time, destroyed Tartessos to control the Iberian coast. Natural disaster. Southern Spain is prone to earthquakes and tsunamis. Some point to ancient flood deposits in the Doñana marshes as evidence of a cataclysm. Trade collapse. If Tartessos' wealth depended on metal exports, a disruption in supply could have crippled their economy overnight. And then there are the other theories, A small but persistent group of researchers believes Tartessos wasn't just an advanced Iron Age society, but a remnant of an even older, pre-Bronze Age civilization. According to this theory, they may have inherited technology and knowledge from survivors of a much earlier global catastrophe, possibly the same one that wiped out Atlantis. Some claim ancient maps show coastlines that would have been visible only before the end of the last ice age, suggesting a much deeper history. Others point to metallurgical techniques in Tartessian artifacts that seem too advanced for the era. Of course, mainstream archaeology rejects these ideas, but the discoveries keep coming, and they keep getting harder to explain. In recent decades, excavations near Huelva and the Doñana National Park have revealed tantalizing clues, foundations of massive stone structures beneath the marshes. Ancient harbor remains buried under silt. Artifacts showing trade with Greece, Phoenicia, and possibly even cultures further afield. One of the most intriguing finds is the Carambolo treasure, a hoard of gold jewelry weighing over 2 kilograms, with intricate designs mixing local and Eastern styles. This treasure, discovered in 1958 near Seville, is now thought by some to be ceremonial regalia of Tartessos' elite. Even more striking, in 2011, satellite imaging revealed geometric shapes under the marshes of Doñana, shapes that could be remnants of walls, canals, or a planned city layout. If true, they match eerily well with Plato's description of Atlantis' concentric design. Just upstream from these marshes runs the Rio Tinto, the Red River. Its waters are stained deep crimson by natural minerals, but it's been mined for copper and gold since prehistoric times. NASA has even studied it as an analog for Mars, because its acidic waters host extremophile bacteria that can survive in conditions similar to another planet. The Rio Tinto is one of the likely sources of Tartessos' incredible wealth, but could it also have been the source of their downfall? Heavy metal contamination, overmining, or even geological instability could have triggered a collapse. Here's where the conspiracy-minded take it further. Some researchers allege that evidence of Tartessos' true nature is being deliberately hidden, either to protect archaeological sites from looting or because the discoveries would rewrite European history. After all, if Tartessos were proven to be Atlantis, or even linked to a much older lost civilization, it could force historians to admit that advanced societies existed long before our official timelines allow. Is that too disruptive or too dangerous for the truth to come out? Despite decades of digging, scanning, and theorizing, Tartessos remains one of history's greatest enigmas. Was it a wealthy Iron Age kingdom that fell to war or disaster? Or was it the last outpost of a forgotten civilization, whose knowledge and technology were lost to time? Every new discovery brings us closer to an answer, and yet, somehow, the mystery only deepens. Somewhere beneath the marshes of southern Spain lies a city that could change everything we know about the past. If Tartessos is truly Atlantis, then history, as we've been taught, is just the tip of the iceberg. But until we uncover its final secrets, all we have are the clues, the legends, and the questions. What do you think? Was Tartessos Atlantis, or something even older and stranger? Let me know your theory in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, make sure to subscribe for more mysteries from the shadows of history. Until next time, keep searching.